the dancing and the singing and the drumming that we experience at the Abene African Dance and Drum Festival brings incredible joy.
Dancing just makes me feel alive. I love it. It connects me to these wonderful other dancers, to the teachers, to the culture, to my own spirit. So it's about just being free and being here and enjoying, smiling.
I do it because it brings me joy. It's like learning another language, and it's a way of communicating with the people around you and the drummers, and I don't know, spreading that joy. That's how I feel. I love it.
We need joy. We need happiness, and African dance and drumming and singing really fulfill that need for joy. I got African dance started here in Vermont, in Brattleboro, when I moved here, because I loved it very much, and at that time there was no African dance class here. There had been some years earlier, but at that time there was none. I had met Caro Diallo in Senegal some years earlier when I had gone there to dance and drum. So I contacted him and invited him to come to the Brattleboro area and get African dance started here. So he came in July and August of 2002, and we set it up so that he began teaching a weekly class, but we set it up so that when he left, we brought in other teachers who kept up the class, and it's been going ever since then, ever since 2002.
So I'm Naomi Lindenfeld, and I'm the organizer of the Wednesday night African dance class that happens at the Brattleboro Stone Church, and I have been doing that for a handful of years, and I'm motivated to do it because African dance is really special. It's incredibly exuberant and energetic and great exercise, uses your body in all kinds of ways, and there's live drumming, which is really such a powerful experience to dance to. And we're so blessed to have these teachers that are from Africa, and they live in this area and have been teaching for us for some years.
Now, open.
Lisa and I travel all over, and we come to Brattleboro to support the community, because the community works hard, right, to have classes. And people drive from far away to be here, and we love studying with Papa, so you should come and take classes from him. And yeah, I love dancing. I love West African dance. Love, love, love it.
And we're getting ready for the festival.
The next year, I invited Caro again, and this time we really wanted a place for him to teach in a concentrated way. So we began the Abene African Dance and Drum Festival that year. Abene, the festival is named for Abene. It's a small village in the Casamance in Senegal, and it's where Caro Diallo has a dance camp and where he trains his dance company, the Black Sofa Company. Place where good will be encountered. So that seemed like a perfect name for the festival because we wanted it to be a place where good would be encountered by all the Vermonters and out-of-staters who came to dance and to drum. In African dance, people are accustomed to creating their own art and participating in art. The practice has been for everybody to participate in the art. When there is a dance, there will be a circle in Senegal with the drummers there, and someone will step into the circle and dance. But the people who might look to us like spectators, in the next moment they'll be dancing too. The one who's supposedly performing will step into the circle and someone else will come in. So there isn't such a big distinction between artists and non-artists. That's one of the beautiful things about the Abene Festival, that we come in and we learn under Caro's tutelage and the tutelage of a number of other very fine teachers who have come in the years following. And we begin to learn the art, but we're participants from the beginning. And one of the things Caro always says to us as we begin is don't think too much. To let the rhythms sink into us, let the movements sink into us. We watch him making the movements, and then our bodies move, and we have our own unique flavor in the dance. And we come to really appreciate our own flavor, what we're giving.
And I just love it, and I do it to all kinds of music. I use it out of context. I play with it. It's not like something that, it's not like going to school, you know? It's like having fun.
In doing a solo, it's not really about performance, as you might think. We're not performing, we're making an offering. So whatever our energy is, whatever our particular flavor is, that's what we're offering. So there's a kind of relaxation about that and a lack of tension. We're not trying to be good. We're not trying to get it right. We're just offering, giving a contribution to the others. So that's one way in which our life expands through the Abene Festival. And some say the drummers call down the gods, and the dancers open up to embody the gods. So there's an incredible healing energy that comes about with the dance. It's very hard to separate medicine and musicians in Senegal. The medicine and musicianship are very intertwined. And often musicians are diagnosticians. They're seeing where someone is out of rhythm, and they're someone back into rhythm. As one musician explained it to me, they're digging for happiness for the person. There's also much more a sense in healing of a community coming together to heal. I found something so joyous about a kind of healing that connects me to other people. That's a very part of the process of healing, being connected to other people.
And after a 10-long-month tour of being in Saudi Arabia and all the desert, it's always a pleasure to come and take dance here and just get rid of all my stuff and shake out any negative energy that I've got caught up within me. And I just love being in this community of people who love dance. And after you come out of class, you feel euphoric, and you feel like you can do anything and accomplish anything.
When I get the steps, it feels just right in my body. Like these steps are meant to be there. It's like it's something that's in all of us.
There's a saying in the dance that when you can be dancing in a kind of ordinary way, you're in ordinary time, but when the spirit hits you, it's like the gods come down and take over in your dancing. It's a very different quality of dancing.
And you know, it may take a little practice to get a step, but when it falls into place, it's really pretty amazing.
And they say when you feel that, you can be healed in an instant. It's you move from time to eternity in that instance.
I love African dance. I've been doing it since the 1990s, and I also drum, and it really is the highlight of my life. Like, it's meditation for me. I don't have to think very much and just watch and do it, and it just feels so great.
Many of us are going through hard times in this country at this time, and have been for some years. So during the hard times, let's be joyful. Let's experience this joy and be very grateful to the African dancers and drummers who have preserved their culture from older body to younger body and are now sharing it with others so that we too can experience this joy and this healing and our own ability to create art.
We're going to be performing for you if you can. So please don't miss that. Be there on time. I'm waiting for you. We are inviting everybody to be here and then join us to enjoy it. Thank you. See you on August. Thank you. All right.
Good.
Sometimes, if your life is anything like mine, you can feel good fortune when it arrives. You can't miss. And the opposite of that is trouble. Sometimes trouble of the deepest kind. We're way past the deep end of the pool. We're in some kind of quicksand beyond the beyond of what we think is beyond what we can handle. What then? Well, the answer to what then in my life is we're built for trouble. It's all right. We started with trouble. That was trouble getting here, wasn't it? There we were, and then there we weren't. Pain and suffering, screaming and crying. First thing we say, oh God! You know, that kind of thing. Translates roughly to, I'm here. I could use some immediate and consistent attention. Oh, you're laughing because you recognize what I'm saying. You don't need like therapy to get back to the way back. We live in it. You know what it was, and that's what it is sometimes, all that. And so when we hit that beyond the beyond, pain and agony, confusion, lack of clarity, what then? We're back to what I said. We're built for that. Act like you know that. We get all wrapped up in, oh my God, what's going to happen? It's all right. It's all right. Well, I don't mean it feels good. You know, now I'm going through my trouble. My friends are like, oh, don't worry, man. It's going to be all right. Building character. I said, take your character. Forget about your character, man. I got character coming out of my ears. The trouble is I got too much trouble. And so I started thinking about that. Every once in a while, you look up to the heavens, you know, please, help me out down here, down here. Where is down here? Where's up there? So I started thinking, what if? What if we are the angels we call on? What if we're all we got? What if it's just you and me? Oh, don't look afraid and shocked. It is just you and me. And whatever's beyond here, well, you don't know any more than I know. What if we act like this is all we got? It can only be a good thing. Because if there is some entity to actually answer to, then you want to say, well, you know, just doing what I could do. You don't want to say I was waiting for something. I thought I was going to be rescued or something. That's embarrassing. So, I'm asking the question. What if we are the angels that we call on? Yeah, you see? You're already getting to the punchline. So it's a question. Ain't there angels among us? They're in our dreams. They're the gardens of our lives. Though it often seems like we walk through this world lost and alone, but they guide our actions. They bless our homes. There are angels among us. There are angels among us, wise and true, flawed and generous. Ain't they me and you? They have courage and vision. They suffer derision. They get back up when they fall and often answer the call. Answer the call of love.